Hi, I'm Kelly. I'm 38 years old. I'm from Connecticut. And I guess my Lyme journey began when I was 8 years old. Um, I had gotten a tick bite on my knee, and there was never a tick. So I never found a tick, but there was just a big, typical bullseye rash on my knee. And I was treated, but I don't really I kinda split my Lyme story into 2 sections. So, yes, I got bit when I was 8 years old, but the real story kind of started in 2007, um, when I got reinfected, never found a tick bite, um, and that's kind of when my story really began because I was pretty much okay after that initial tick bite in 2nd grade, but the real story started in, like, 2007 when I got rebit.
So what was that time delay between the first instance and the second? How many years it was elapsed?
So, I guess I was 14 when I'm just trying to think. It was probably so I was 8 years old, and then I was about 8 years old the first time, and then, the second time I was 20. I think I was, like, 20, 21 years old.
My God. So that means there is no clue why it happened.
Right. No clue.
No clue.
No clue.
At least in the initial stage, we have some rash to show the doctor or talk
Right.
about it.
Right. Exactly. Um, so yeah, it in so it when I again got rebit into when I was 20, I I had what I thought was just a sinus infection, stuffy nose. Like I always got sinus infections, so I went to the doctor and they put me on um antibiotics for a sinus infection, but then one night I had like a stiff neck, I had a fever, and my mom being a nurse was like, that's not what you get with a sinus infection. Like you don't get stiff
Mm.
necks and fevers. So we went to the hospital and um they did a spinal tap. It showed that I had aseptic meningitis. I also the lab work came back, a week or so later, and it showed that I had Lyme disease, Babesia, Ehrlichia, and Epstein-Barr virus. So I kind of just really got hit with all of them. But that time I didn't have a tick bite. There was no tick bite, and I was kind of very fortunate that all the blood work came back positive, just like immediately there. You know,
Mm.
some people aren't as lucky.
Thanks for the doctor. At least he prescribed a Lyme test.
Yeah, yeah, I know. That's hard to get.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
um,
Mm.
I was I was called about 2 weeks later when the test results came back, and the doctor told me, okay, so all of this is positive, so we're going to start you on oral doxycycline. But it was just for, I think, a few weeks. Back then, 2007 ish, it really wasn't like prescribed. Any antibiotic really wasn't prescribed for long term use. I mean, it still isn't, but today it's kind of more accepting. Doctors are more likely to do the month, year, you know,
Mm.
treatment. But back then, it really seemed like not a whole lot of doctors would be prescribing that
Mm.
for me.